Hello, this is Mary Scully from the New Mexico Museum of Art. While we're temporarily closed to the public, we still want to continue to bring the museum to you in your home. To that end, I'm here with Jonathan Parker, one of the artists from Alcoves 2020 #3, and we're going to do one of our brief artist interviews. Thank you for joining me today, Jonathan.
Thank you, Mary. Nice to see you.
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about your process and how you actually go about making the work.
I make the current work by painting colors onto canvas or fabric. I then cut the painted material into shapes and sew the shapes onto another piece of canvas. Lastly, I take that canvas and I stretch it over a little stretcher bar. So I basically sew on, I paint and I cut out shapes and then I sew it on and then stretch it. It's a simple process.
It's sort of a hybrid of quilt making and painting, but the finished products really feel more like paintings.
They feel like, yeah, in some regards, I feel that the small pieces rely on the material to make them shine. Often the beat up or marked canvas or the raw, rough feeling they produce, I think that that's often what draws the person into the work. That's not to discount the shapes, which can be, for the most part, minimal. My default is usually less is more, but occasionally a piece requires more than less, and I just go with where it's going.
Yeah. Many of the artists in the Alcoves 3, their work is very much informed by the material they're using. And in this case, I think the canvas or the softness and kind of toughness but fragility of the canvas really is really a big part of the work.
Yes, I agree with you. I think that immediately someone sees the shapes, and then a few seconds later, they click into what is this material, and then that kind of draws them in and comes closer. And the way that some of the canvas has been used before is very unique, and it continues to draw people in, I think.
Well, it gives a real subtleness to some of the color and tone. And also, there's some trace of other activity. It hints at some other life.
Yes, yeah, and that's what I like. I mean, I think that this particular work seems to have a loose vocabulary that repeats itself from time to time. It's more subconscious than me. I don't really have a specific intent to make work that looks similar, but if you look at all the work, there are certain similarities between the different pieces.
Right, and actually we installed them so that you could kind of see them next to each other, not to inform one another. And as you can see from the display behind you, they all kind of inform and respond to each other in terms of even tone or shape. So yeah. Well, it's really fabulous work. I want to thank you for participating in the Alcoves. And
well, I'm grateful to be there.
And thank you for spending this little bit of time with me that we can share with some of our visitors who can't come in the building right now. So thank you.
Thank you very much.